Welcome, my beautiful Scorpios. This is your May 2024 reading. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Um, Many of you are intuitively guided to a reading, and you may not know if you have Scorpio in your chart, but just trust your intuition. Um, because you know what I feel? I feel like a lot of times our guides, like, let's say you had your reading done, but you're like, and then you for something calls your attention to this reading and like everything fits, just know your spirit guides are going to use whatever means to get a message to you. So I am an open vessel for them, of the light and only of the light. um some of you may be in love with the Scorpio. How could you not be? Platonically, romantically. So again, that means that you're here for someone else, but your spirit guides know you're here, so you'll get messages. And I hope you can trust in that. Definitely use your own intuition. It's interesting. My granddaughter sent me a message, and we were talking about, like, how different things can be interpreted. And I said, I just feel like you need to trust your own intuition, even above mine. Um, so, anyways, a shout out to the Scorpios in my life. My daughter, October 29th. Many of you know her, Jenny Love Tarot. She just took two jobs, so so she may not be quite as active on her channel, but you got to do what you got to do. To my brother, who is a Scorpio, and I just feel like November 6th, they're both just such loving people, and sometimes to a fault. And what I mean by that is, you know, sometimes people can walk all over you because you come from a loving place. But I feel like the one thing you learn, you know what I love about Scorpio? Scorpio is comfortable underneath the water as above the water. And to me, that means you're comfortable with all types of people. Um, and I feel like that's what makes you leaders, really, and I feel like you come more from an emotional place, which I feel like a lot of people need to hear. So trust in those abilities. You're a very intuitive sign, dare I say, psychic sign. All right, but let's get into your reading, guys. So we're going to use four different decks. We are going to use the Gilded Tarot to go deeper. And that's why your monthly readings are always longer, because I feel like that's the time that your reading needs. Whatever time it needs is what I give it. And if you don't have patience, I've been saying this lately, check out like the last half I was going to say the movie, but to me, that's how it reads. It's like telling me your story, like your movie, um, you know, like a lifetime movie. But anyway, so yeah, if you don't have patience for that, um, because I feel like that's where the magic happens. That's where the solutions are. But anyway, so we're also going to use Mother Mary for her beautiful words of wisdom, but we are going to do this at the end of the reading versus the beginning of reading. Normally, I start in the beginning of the reading with Mother Mary, but not this month. We're going to use the Tarot of Dreams. So we're going to use two different tarot decks for your main spread, and we're going to use the Psychic Tarot. And I've been using this for everyone. I think there's one sign where I changed just one of them, but I'm back to both of these. And the reason why I'm doing it is I am looking for synchronicities within your readings, but I'm also looking for synchronicity with other signs. Like, I remember when I use the same tarot decks, I usually can remember other people's readings. So let's put the Tarot Dreams to the side for right now. Let's give the Psychic Tarot a couple shuffles. Everything's always pre-shuffled, but I like to shuffle with you here. And honestly, Scorpio, that's what I imagine in my mind. Like, you're all just sitting here. You're all just sitting here and just doing a reading for you. All right, let's give them a cut. And let's bring the lid down. Okay. Are you ready? I'm ready. All right. Wow. Wow. That didn't take long. Boy, that's a big chunk of cards, but they're all face up. I have to take them. All right, let's see what we have. We have, first of all, number five. Five speak of change, obstacles and challenges. So there's something it's interesting because all this, for some reason, Mercury retrograde popped in my mind. But it just went direct. So, I feel like some of the challenges could have been Mercury retrograde. We have beautiful awareness, the magician, like opening up that chakra, receiving those signs, those epiphanies. We have financial and material changes. Interesting that between the magician are two fives, or let me say it this way, the magician is in the middle of two fives, and that could potentially mean two changes. I feel like the obstacles, whatever they may have been, I do feel like you've overcome them because I feel like you are aware of them. But I mean in a way like it's almost like you know what you need to do or you know what you needed to do. And then you have financial and material changes. Again, a five. So let's follow that. Look at that, the star. Card of Aquarius. It's about your hopes, your dreams, your wishes. And boy, do I love the magician being in the first line with it. I mean, because truly that's the ability to manifest. If you think about the magician is the fool's first mentor along this journey called life. But different paths open up at different times. So it's always using the magician, for each and every change, I feel. But the magician really is teaching the fool that there's nothing to fear, and it's okay to have a little fear, to try to live completely fearless. Listen, I mean, I know there's a way, but I feel like it feels very hard to reach. But sometimes fear is, can be excitement. And I don't even know why I'm talking about fear right now because I really don't have anything that talks about fear. But anyways, I love the magician with the star card. So the ability to manifest really a dream, a wish. If nothing else, it's helping you to, for some of you, I feel like increasing your finances because you do have financial material changes right before it, but then the star. So this could be, sometimes I don't ask for these changes, but the star tells me the chances are I did ask for this change. All right, let's keep going. We have the Three of Swords under obstacles and challenges. Okay. We have accelerated motion under the magician. What I think about, I bring about. What I think about, I bring about, and I bring it quickly. This may be a period in your life where like things manifest very quickly for you. After a period of time where maybe you felt like nothing was manifesting. Like nothing, like just hardships and one challenge after another challenge. But then I feel like something must have changed within you because then you take on the magician's energy. It's, sometimes you can't help it. Like you're pushed to that point. You know what I mean? Like there must be something I needed to do. And I feel like so then therefore you do it. And I feel like these obstacles, they're behind you. And the Three Swords, it's behind you. We have sacrifice. Look at that. There's my son's birthday in my daughter's reading, 8/12. And I just tell you that because, of course, he would be in my son has crossed over. But of course, he would be also in Scorpio's reading, which is my daughter's sign. I feel like, when it makes me feel like it feels like small miracles are happening. And maybe one after another, after another. After a period of time where there was very little movement, or if there was movement, everything felt like it was going in the wrong direction. Something has changed that. Now, it can be planetary, but I feel like it's you. All right, look at this positive movement forward under the star. Two eights could potentially talk about two new beginnings. This person's heading right for the sun, and that is Leo's major arcana. And I'm saying that because my son was a Leo. But I feel like the days of like crying are surely but slowly behind us. Almost like I don't have time. You have positive movement forward mirroring the three of swords. And then you have sacrifice right before that. And you know what I feel like? I feel like you have sacrificed a big part of your life for others. But I don't know that you received all the blessings you should have received. Almost like, where I try to help others, but um they were unreceptive to it. So be it. What can I do about that? And I also feel like, even now, I know a lot of you think you're just reading for your daughter, but I'm truly not just reading for my daughter. But I am going to tell you some of her experiences because she is a true Scorpio. Um, what was I going to say now? Oh, I feel like the sacrifice for some can be like the period of time where, you were so responsible for others that you didn't really have the time to put the focus on you. But again, something changes, something starts moving. Part of it may be Mercury going direct. I should have looked up, you know, more of more of what's going on in the sky, but let's go ahead and bring the Tarot of Dreams in. So you have two fives that speak of change. You have two eights that speak of new beginnings. Now, one of these eights is next to the Three of Swords, and one of these eights is connected to the star, your dreams, keeping your hope alive, moving towards a dream. And I feel like you're going to reach it. Sometimes change is hard, even if it's for our best interest. But I feel like once we start moving into that energy, then it just starts to feel like, okay, well, this is natural now. This is my new life. And look at that. There's my son's birthday, frontwards and backwards. Thank you, Steve. All right. Let's bring in the Tarot of Dreams. It's like your cards know they know what wants to come out. Well, hello, Knight of Pentacles, my favorite knight. I often feel this knight is your guardian angel. Definitely one of your major spirit guides. And that's why I'm telling you about my son's birthday, because I feel like he is not only one of my guides, but also my daughter's. This knight is meant to bring a pentacle into your world, and it is truly meant to enhance your world. This knight comes in at the right time, not before, not after. For some of you, I feel like it's when you started making these changes, or accepting what needed to be accepted. I feel like that sounds like the right time for this knight to come in. What I love about this knight is I'm bringing this Ace of Pentacles into your life. And that means that this is something that's tangible, whether that be money, whether it be opportunity. No, I would say the opportunity has probably already reached you. Um, because this is something, tangible. Um, but it did take patience, and I feel like sometimes the patience is divine waiting on us, especially with these two fives. Like, okay, I need to get over these obstacles. What is coming before me and my life, my right to have a happy and joyful life. Well, sometimes it's ourself. Now, it doesn't mean other people aren't, giving you plenty of reasons to, you know, or causing plenty of challenges, but I still feel like this is energy that you can overcome. And I feel like, in a way, you're meant to, which tells me you can. Hello, Queen of Cups. So there you are, you know, attached directly to that Knight of Pentacles now. Six of Cups, look at that. And then the King of Wands. Wow. I have to tell you, and I know some people are going to get upset with this, and I hope you don't, but I feel like your reading is really trying to get across to you that your spiritual team is really trying to help you. Like they're really trying to send you guidance. And, if you question like who would it be? Well, I feel like the Six of Cups is somewhat of a clue. So this is someone who, when you think about them, you think love. And I don't mean even romantically, I just feel love. Like, I love this person. And now I feel like this person is helping you. I also feel like this night, it's moving you towards energy where I feel like it's almost like your inner child comes out and plays. It's like, even though I feel like, yeah, times like there's opportunity reaching you, and any change again can be temporarily difficult. But I feel again, as I move into it, it's like I start to truly see the blessings of it. I also feel like your guides are saying, we've been with you through the hard times, and we're with you through the good times. We're always with you. All right, let's see what's on the bottom of the decks. True Dreams, we have the Page of Swords and the Psychic Tarot. Mm, victory and success. Victory and success. But listen, to get to this energy, maybe there were a few changes I needed to make. And listen, these changes, I feel like really it's about reclaiming your power. It's about like trusting in your own abilities versus other people's. You know what I mean? This victory is for you, but it's because of this is an action oriented type of energy. It's like I'm blowing the trumpet like I have climbed this hill and I am claiming victory. Look at that. Over what? The tower. Just so happens we also have soulmates there. But that would tell me that the soulmates probably went through that tower also. And I feel like now you're moving into, again, much easier energy. And when I say easier, let me put it a different way. I feel like more abundant type energy. More, I feel like the energy is now flowing where before it felt restrictive. I feel now it's flowing and it's flowing your way. You know what I mean? Like you're not resisting, you're not going against the flow, the water. You're going with the flow. All right. Let's bring in the Gilded Tarot and let's go deeper. All right. We're going to start at the beginning, but read it as a whole. You know, like my mind is remembering that the soulmates was there. Though the soulmates did experience a tower. But I feel like but you've overcome that. Look at this, 9 of Cups. Man, this is like you reclaiming your life. I'm not kidding. This is, the 9 of Cups means fulfillment of wishes. Well, what is mirroring it? The star. Same thing, fulfillment of wishes. But listen, the star works hand in hand with divine. Like they're both pouring in their flowing waters. This is where I feel like you're really starting to love your life again after what feels like some difficulty. I love the 9 of Cups. And I love the 9 of Cups for you. And by the way, this is the meaning of the card is a fulfillment of a wish. Well, look who's mirroring it. Look who's bringing in that wish. Your guardian angel. And it is a pentacle. So you're either going to see a big rise in your money, new careers. It could be new homes. I feel like whatever it is, like whatever that dream is, I feel like you're definitely going to see it. It's almost like like the Knight of Pentacles is saying, I had to wait for you to really overcome these challenges, because maybe these challenges were soul lessons. And I can't intervene in that, and nor do I want to, right? Because if it is a soul lesson and I learn that lesson, really what I've gained is a true sense of power. It's just getting you closer to knowing oneself, knowing myself. And therefore, I don't let other people determine, like I don't, their words don't put any weight upon me anymore. So I kind of love this. you know, fulfillment of wishes, mirroring the star. Well, hello. We have the Two of Pentacles, over awareness, and then look at this with the Ace of Wands, inspired action. Listen, I feel like you're being guided. It's coming over your money sector, where there are some material or financial changes. But this Ace of Wands, it's like, if it's anything new, yeah, I feel like you're being guided to it. And this is action oriented, so it is you taking action, but again, it's inspired. like there's no, this is the energy of, like, I'm telling myself I'm going to allow myself to have an adventure. And again, that can be in your money sector, it could be in your whole house or your whole life. Something is being activated, and it's being activated on purpose. The Two of Pentacles, to me, first of all, they do call it the Juggler's card. And that can mean I have a lot of balls in the air, and then an opportunity presents itself. Can I fit it in? And that could be one meaning for you. But I also feel like the Two of Pentacles means that it's your decision. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like it means use your logical mind. You know what I mean? Like think about something, use your logical mind, and then make your decision. Um, but I feel like the decision with the Ace of Wands right next to it is kind of feels like a yes to me. All right, let's see what else we got. Well, my risk taker, Page of Pentacles, or the Page of Wands. And what I love about the Page of Wands is this page has fallen and gets back up again. This is someone who is willing to go on an adventure, even if I'm not sure where it's going to end up. I also want to say that this page is being mirrored by this king. So for some of you, this can talk about younger energy, current energy. We have your major arcana, the death card, and it's coming over the Three of Swords. It's like wipe away those tears, my dear. Wipe away those tears. There's going to be no need for them. It is literally a closing of a door, but we know that with these fives above us. But we also have the eights. So a new beginning, as above, so below. If you think of eight, it's the number of infinity. And that means to me, like, your soul has been here, has done that. There's nothing that you cannot accomplish, as long as you put your effort into it. These doors that I feel like it's potentially two doors closing. Man, I'm excited for whatever doors are opening for you, especially because this is coming over the Three of Swords. It's just like, I don't have time to sit here and cry for you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have time to sit here and stay in this energy of hopelessness. No, I have the star. I have my guides. They're trying to move me forward, and I'm going to listen. Or are you? Or are you? Eight of Swords, self-created prison. But I have to say it's coming over accelerated motion. Now, the one thing I do want to say is if this is the energy that I'm manifesting from, then the chances of me bringing more things to worry about are great. Now, when I understand that I created this prison, and again, it may just be like for some, like these changes, maybe some of them you didn't ask for. But again, I feel like whatever's changing, it's changing on your behalf, even if you don't feel it yet. And that may be also why the Two of Pentacles is there. Because for some of you, it could be like where, I definitely feel like this blocks opportunities. And it also means that I'm not trusting my own energy. Like I'm trying to protect myself from what? Well, probably that Three of Swords. Of course, you don't want to repeat it. But I feel this is more about your power and how you're gaining power and how you're gaining understanding and independence and joy. Like there's so much it feels like it's coming toward you that I pray that you allow this Eight of Swords to go away. And it literally, to me, it just means I'm not trusting my own energy. Measuring whether something is good or bad. Is it something that you think will make you happy? If that's the case, don't be afraid to go for it. All right. Well, kind of a bummer, but maybe that's what the death card is asking for. Maybe the death card is saying, this is the door that really needs to be closed. Because if you can bring down these walls, that means energy can reach you freely. And I feel like everything that wants to reach you, especially with the Knight of Pentacles and the Star, it just feels like your time. And you know what? I find myself saying that a lot lately. So I feel like there must be something like I wish I knew more in that field, but I don't. But it does feel like I can feel planetary action. I just can't always name to you like what planets in retrograde or what's going on. Though I do know Mercury was in retrograde because I'm doubly ruled by Mercury, but it's direct now. Oh, Queen of Swords. Can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but I have to say, I feel like this is your own voice. This is you. Her sword is up, but she doesn't really look defensive, like in a defensive, like I'm like yelling and screaming. And then I'm noticing the beautiful white doves, purity. So maybe what I speak is of truth, is of purity. I feel like the Queen of Swords and by the way, Queen of Swords can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. I feel like it talks about communication. But this is someone who, when I think about the Queen or King of Swords, I think of integrity. I think of the communicators. I think of truth. Like I don't feel like I could live in a house full of lies. That would be too much. I do feel like this is you. Now, it can be someone else, like trust your own intuition. Like if you're like, I know who that queen is, then trust that. But I am feeling that it's really you. And then beautiful temperance. So you have two cards that do speak about patience. The Knight of Pentacles. But the Knight of Pentacles again says, I will come in at the right time. And you can trust that. And then temperance, patience for divine timing. I mean, do you wonder if divine is involved in your life? Your reading is all about how divine is involved in your life and how they're helping you flow to these new changes, these new opportunities. I feel like your life is going to look different. This is truly divine energy and it's coming right under the star, but it's also coming over positive movement forward. What's it mirroring? The Death card and the Three of Swords. So maybe that is when divine timing is. Because what follows it? The Knight of Pentacles. Both divine energy is also a card of Sagittarius, by the way. I also feel like Temperance is the one who really works with the soulmates. Now, I feel like some of you probably had quite a breakup, but I feel like you're overcoming that now. I do feel like the Three of Swords is if you're still in it, I feel like you have the opportunity. Maybe this is saying also that love doesn't always have to be like the ultimate wish. Of course, we want someone to spend our life with, but I also feel like with this Nine of Cups and the Star, again, fulfillment of wishes, and damn, there it is. Knight of Pentacles. I bring you a pentacle and I promise you it's going to expand your world. And there's the Nine of Cups. Bam. I showed it. Temperance may be saying, you know, I've been holding energy back a little bit because of this Eight of Swords. I don't want you to manifest from that energy. So, in a way, I'm protecting you. But I have to say, I feel like I kind of feel this may be old energy because I feel like you're starting to see the fruits of your labor. And I also feel like, listen, it's like maybe like I feel like my voice was robbed, you know, like my voice didn't matter. But now I feel like I'm reclaiming that. Like they thought my voice didn't matter, but now I know, right? What I have to say is important. Hmm. All right, let's keep going. You know, that page of wands over the star, it's almost like, okay, there is going to be wishes coming true, but you do need to be proactive in them. You know, that page of wand or that page of, yeah, page of wands, very much like my fool. It really is my risk taker, you know, does seek adventure. And again, I don't need to know exactly where it's going to, I just want the adventure. So it's like definitely saying yes to it. All right. Six of Cups again. Interesting. And then we have the Chariot. Interesting. Some of you may be hearing from someone of your past. And I don't feel like this would be a bad thing. I just don't feel like it would be a bad thing. I'm not, you know, I'm just trying to feel the energy of it and I'm not feeling it as a negative thing. Some of you, I feel like you're just meeting like your soul family, your soul tribe. You know, it's almost like I've been around like these people who feel like strangers, and then now I'm starting to meet like what feels like my soul tribe. I also get this sense of like where there's been like a lot of worry and hardships. You know, I feel all of that. I feel like that's changing. You know, the chariot to me is really unlimited potential. But the Eight of Swords is above that. So will that limit my potential? Oh yeah. It'll limit it. It'll limit it a lot. So again, that's why I want to look at that. And I feel like it simply means that for whatever reason, I stopped trusting within my own energy. And because you are the one who created it, you're the only one who can uncreate it. But I feel like when you do, and I know that you will. I'm just confident that you will. I feel like that chariot is a signal to you that truly what this night is bringing in has unlimited potential. The only limit would be what our mind puts upon it. Other than that, everything just feels free flowing. All right, I may come back and look at a couple cards, but let's keep going. Let's keep the flow moving. Wow, look who made their way out. Two cups. Over the Six of Cups. And it's interesting because you have the Six of Cups right here over the Knight of Pentacles. Wow. Some of you are meeting a soulmate. Some of you may already know who this is. It can be someone from like your childhood. Could be this page. Though I do feel like that page is you. Could be this king. Could be this queen. And I love the temperance is so close to soulmates because truly, I feel like, and sometimes you can see it where you see temperance is pouring like two pitchers of water into the loving waters. And I feel like that's representing soulmates. That's each of the soulmates finding balance within themselves and then balance together. It's so funny, Scorpio. I feel like your reading always talks first about your money, your material world, your house, your household, that type of thing. And then I feel like it starts to move into love. I feel like that is always, not always the case. But listen, maybe that's what it's saying. Like it's reclaiming you. And by the way, when I see soulmates, I feel like there's nothing I need to change about myself, because I feel like this person will love you for exactly who you are and you them. Soulmates also have the Ace of Wands mirroring them. And I do feel like for some of you, you may have no clue. This may be a complete surprise. But listen, with temperance here again, in divine timing, then I can just let go of control. I don't have to worry about it. I just know that when the timing is right, the timing will be right. I can't help think that some of you may know this person though, because of the Six of Cups coming out twice right in the same line, and now the soulmate's right over that. But that would be again, like how would I know? It would be someone that when you think about them, it would bring a smile to your face, not worry. I feel like the days of that are done. you know, Especially because you're in the Nine of Cups up here, because there's a fulfillment of wish. And by the way, that Nine of Cups is what you're reaching. Do I feel you're already in it? I feel like you are on your way. And I feel like as soon as you can close the door of that Eight of Swords, it just feels even more and more joyful. Okay, well, hello, soulmates. And I'll definitely come back and look at that a little closer. Though sometimes I feel like, sometimes life is meant to be a surprise. Sometimes I think that we think, oh, there's only one person that I want in my life, but then you meet someone and it's like, holy cow. But look at this, the Five of Cups. Interesting. Five of Cups, because that does talk about someone that I miss. Coming over the King of Wands. Some of you, it's your spiritual, it's one of your spirit guides. But I also feel like that means your spirit guides are helping you in love. The meaning of this card is to ask yourself, where is your focus? Is your focus on all that I have lost, and therefore there's nothing left to gain? But that's just not true. So, temperance, divine, God would say, if you stay in this energy too long, you start to move into the woe is me energy. And that makes energy for you. I feel like saying depleted, like it depletes your energy. But what happens when this person says, you know what? I'm not going to keep my focus on what I have lost. I'm going to start thinking about all the adventures that have yet to be. They get up, they turn around. Right behind them are two cups. Well, right beside them are those two cups. And it would literally be right behind them, literally, right behind them. So now you have three fives, three changes. And that doesn't always have to mean major changes, right? I feel like one change is just I'm kind of reclaiming my power. I'm overcoming these obstacles that maybe I thought that I couldn't, but somehow, some way I am, and I do. And to me, that is a clear sign to the like you're giving a clear sign to the universe, like, okay, I'm not in this energy anymore. I'm not going to block what's meant for me. I'm going to allow myself to have adventures in my life. Paige is looking right at that Ace of Wands, like, as soon as that dream becomes available, I'm going to jump on it. I'm going to take it. All right. I'm going to come back. I don't need very much clarity, to be honest, but I do want to see. I want to look at that Eight of Swords first, because honestly, of everything here, that feels like the most important energy to clear. And again, you can clear it because you created it. Now, a lot of times it's based off of other people's actions, the way I've been treated, spoken to, this, that. And I get I'm trying to protect myself. I don't want that anymore. But you still have to learn to use your energy. It's your energetic force that is your protection. Okay, but let's look a little deeper at that. So we have the Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. That's material harvest. Well, you have financial changes right there. And then that Ace of Wands over there. Boom. Like boom. And then the Knight of Pentacles, it brings a pentacle into your life. All right. We have, hello, Eight of Pentacles. Listen, this could certainly talk about, let's say you're starting something new. Maybe you're entering into a different field that maybe you haven't been in before, or you have, but you're not sure. The Eight of Wand or the Eight of Pentacles next to that Nine of Pentacles, it's saying if you question whether you can be successful, the Eight of Pentacles would say if you put your focus on it, it's only going to grow and grow and grow. It's also the energy of being willing to go into something as the apprentice, right? Like, I don't need to know everything there is to know. I will learn as I go. And you will. And that you need to trust in. It's like you're creating not just joy for yourself, but independence, material harvest. I feel like you just have to trust yourself because I still feel like you're going to be meeting like people who just you're really going to connect to. All right, what else we have? 10 of Swords, but then look at this. The Knight of Pentacles comes back out again. So I feel like this pentacle this knight is bringing in, I feel like it's related to your like your financial house, your material house. But again, it's meant to expand that, like truly. And again, the chariot's right there. Like expanded to what? Well, there's no limit. One thing may start as an opportunity, and it doesn't mean I have to stay in one thing, but I feel like doors just start opening. At Ten of Swords feels like a repeat pattern, right? And I feel like this is you where I feel like you have allowed other people's voices, their position in your life, or what they think about you to weigh too heavily upon you. Because again, I feel like, when you have this type of energy, you got to look at the source. Like, where's it coming from? You know what I mean? Do they even know what they're talking about type of energy? It's like your money sector is being multiplied. But listen, it's because you're willing to put in that action. It's like I'm going to step on this journey and I'm just going to see where it takes me. And I feel the more that you can flow instead of resist, I feel like the more blessings you're just going to see. And I call them blessings, but I feel like they're rewards. Okay. But so your spiritual team is all over your money sector. It's like they're protecting that. They're helping you to grow that. But let's come down and let's now look at the Two of Cups, which we did see. I never looked under the page. Ten of Wands. We'll just leave that there. But let's look at this Two of Cups. We have the Hermit, Heart of Virgo. We have the Page of Cups. I feel like that's you. That's your inner child. That's the excitement. And then, hello, Knight of Wands. That's a passion. Listen, first of all, I feel like this is giving us a little bit of a clue. I feel like the person who the other, excuse me, the other soulmate, if this is relating to love, I feel like, they're pretty spiritual. I'm not going to say religious because I almost feel like, not that they don't believe in God and all that. That's not what I'm saying. But I live more of a spiritual path. I have a feeling, for some of you, this Six of Cups, it's interesting because some of you, again, you may already know this person, but for some of you, I feel like you haven't met them in this lifetime. It is yet to be. And is it passionate? Well, you have the Knight of Wands. That's passion. It's like someone comes in and ignites that inner child within you. It feels very fun, playful, but also I feel like conversation, like deep conversations. And we enjoy that about each other, deep conversations. I definitely feel like you're both old souls. And I don't feel like this is probably the first time you've loved, but I do feel like for some of you, it was in another lifetime. So that's coming. Hello. And listen, it's like this. Here's the Knight of Pentacles, and here's the Knight of Pentacles, who I call your guardian angel. Knight of Pentacles over your money sector, the Knight of Pentacles over your love. I mean, you don't think divine is trying to send you signs, helping you to really live your dreams? I feel like they're helping to guide you. And I feel like, first of all, I feel like we have the Nine of Pentacles. That's material harvest. We have the Nine of Cups, fulfillment of wishes. But both of those energies, I feel very good within myself. The Nine of Cups is also inner harmony. Inner harmony. And the Nine of Pentacles to me, it means that I can take care of me. I can take care of what I need to take care of financially. And I feel like what I do in the Nine of Pentacles doesn't, I don't have to love it, but I feel like, because I feel like it feels somewhat of a dream. Interesting. All right. I really don't have anything else that I want to clarify, so I feel like What I want to do is just take a couple cards right across the middle. We have the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. I just realized when I put the page down, that he's over the Hermit. So I wouldn't be surprised for some of you if, I'm not going to say Virgo because I don't want to put like a sign, you know. They may have Virgo in their chart, but I feel it's more about your old souls. Um, but I'm not going to leave that off the table either. I often say you and Taurus, and you guys are probably sick and tired of me saying that. But I feel like because you're opposites, but I feel like your opposites really can help fulfill each other. But maybe any earth sign can do that. Six of Wands again, Judgment, your spiritual team, which I felt all through your reading. And what are they doing? They're blowing the trumpet. That's a call to the present moment. Like whatever you're doing, stop. They need your attention in the present moment. Why? Well, because there's about to be a rebirth. There's changes about to happen. But these aren't changes you should fear. These are changes that you should look forward to. I often feel judgment it calls you to the present moment to give you your signs, to help guide you. But it is in the present moment your signs are sent. And if my energy is always thinking backwards, 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 then I'm probably missing a lot of my signs that want to help guide me forwards, forwards, forwards. And then the beautiful Empress. Well, Scorpio, I feel like you are the Empress. The Empress is a message. First of all, she's very creative and she is receiving epiphanies. And she puts those epiphanies to you. She knows the perfect time. Why? Because she trusts her own energy. She's been there. To me, the Empress is someone who has lived life. Doesn't matter your age. It just means I've overcome. The Empress has learned to keep her heart open, not to be hard and cold towards the world. Those who didn't love you right, well, shame on them. You know what I mean? Because I feel like standing as the Empress, I'm not thinking about that. I'm not thinking about the past. I'm thinking about this moment and what can I do to really create abundance for myself in all areas. I feel like once you reach the Empress's status, fear goes away because the Empress trusts her energy as the measure. If anything comes towards her of a negative nature, her intuition will sing, and that is you. Connected directly to your spiritual team. This is the mother figure. And listen, maybe that's why I saw the Ten of Wands. Maybe things are changing because they're able to start changing now. But you are being called to the present moment. It's like allow the past to be the past and allow what wants to find you to find you. And then be willing to take the action needed, right? Because again, that Ace of Wands, you do want to reach out and grab that ace. But man, once you grab it, let's go right down to the Chariot. Unlimited potential. In what? In everything. Especially coming from the Empress's energy. It doesn't mean her life is easy. It's just that she understands, right? Like, I understand the challenges before me. I've been there before. So, therefore, I know how to overcome them. I know how to get right through them. I don't need to create the Eight of Swords. I don't need to protect myself through walls. My energy protects me, my spiritual team protects me. And that's exactly what's happening. Like your spiritual team is involved in every part of your life. Wow. I mean, not that I didn't know that already, but I feel like they're really wanting to show you in your reading. All right, let's bring in Mother Mary and let's get her beautiful words of wisdom over what I feel like is quite a beautiful reading. Now, I guess it depends where you're at in the reading. You know what I mean? Because if, let's say, I'm still in the Eight of Swords energy, well, would I have to clear that for these blessings to start finding me? It's not that the blessings won't find you, but will you recognize them? Will you see them as what they are, or will you turn them down because that means that there needs to be movement? You know what I mean? I don't feel like blessings or the signs stop coming. It's just that do we recognize them? All right, Mother Mary, for my beautiful Scorpios. I like how they flip themselves around. All right, you got three. Well, hello, blessings. There is the Knight of Pentacles energy. And I feel like if I had any doubt that these blessings were meant for me, Mother Mary is making sure you know that. Blessings. Today, I count my blessings, small and large, and I notice the new gifts that come to me from God. Blessings. Trust. I know that God, in His infinite wisdom and love, is answering my prayers right now. Well, that is the truth. That is the truth. And then, interesting, sobriety. Keeping that mind as sober as possible. Keeping that mind as open as possible so that you can really clearly know if, when a sign comes in. And by the way, if signs come in and you're uncertain, ask your guys to send that sign again. Like, am I reading this right? Are you asking me to go this direction? Like, just ask. My clear mind is easily able to focus and concentrate. So, blessings. I count the blessings that I already have, small and large. And you notice the new gifts that are coming to you from God. I mean, of the highest, really. And you just need to trust that. Why wouldn't it be for you? I feel like someone just said, that's probably not for me. Why? That's what the Eight of Swords would be. Well, it's not for me. Well, that's what you're telling yourself. Remember that magician right above that Eight of Swords, what I think about, I bring about. I don't want to bring back, I don't want to bring more things to worry about. Instead, I want you to just send me guidance of how I can overcome this. And they do. Man, they do. All right, guys, I'm going to let that be. Um, wow, what a reading. Thank you guys. I love you guys. I was going to go live today, but I decided to do your reading instead, and probably go live tomorrow. Um, but yeah, I just felt this need to do your reading. So, I just follow my intuition. And there's a reason why I'm doing this reading right now. I know that. But I'll wait and let you tell me why. So anyways, I love you guys. I thank you. I will see you either next time at our lives. And by the way, if you don't know what I mean when I say lives, it's just when I go on live and you can come in and just ask questions, like those questions that have been on your heart, to try to find some clarity and comfort and hopefully direction. So I try to do that. Well, I've been doing it a couple times a week, but this week I think I did a reading live, but I don't know that I just did question and answer. So hopefully tomorrow. But I felt like your reading took priority. So there's a reason. I love you guys. I thank you. I'll see you next time, either at the lives or at our table. Bye bye.